What if I told you that one of the most storied laptop manufacturers on the planet had a name that you've probably never heard before? I'm Father Robert Ballecer, the digital Jesuit, and this is an analog unboxing of the Dynabook Tecra X40-F. Say the name Dynabook, and there's a good chance that many people don't know what you're talking about. But say the name Tecra, and it might start ringing a few bells. You see, Tecra came from Toshiba, one of the OG, the old school innovators in business laptops. Those of us of a certain age will remember a time when Toshiba was the business laptop market. They were synonymous with portable computing, and everybody else was playing catch-up. Now, in recent years, Toshiba has unfortunately fallen on hard times, and their products have suffered. They were a bit overpriced, they were a bit underfeatured, and to be blunt, they just weren't that exciting. They were underwhelming. But that era might be over, because Dynabook has purchased Toshiba's laptop division, and they've revamped the lineup, trying to prove that they don't want to just have the Tecra name, but they actually want to bring back the glory days where they made solid products for good prices for people of discerning taste. And this is what they've sent to prove it. Now, I was a bit skeptic at first. I never really played with any Dynabooks, and I, like you, hadn't really heard of the name, but I wanted to give them a chance. You see, they contacted me and they gave me a challenge. They said, use one of our notebooks, use it as a daily driver, and judge it for yourself. Well, I couldn't turn that down. That's kind of the basis of all the reviews I do here in the Digital Jesuit Labs. Now, this is the Dynabook Tecra X40-F. It's a Windows 10 Pro laptop with an 8th Gen 2.8 GHz quad-core vPro Intel i7 8665U processor, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 memory, an M.2 256 gigabyte SATA SSD, and a 14-inch Full HD touchscreen. You can have this for between $1,000 and $2,000. That price range is interesting because the X40 line is very, very configurable. From a quad-core i5 to a quad-core vPro i7, 4 to 32 gigabytes of memory, 256 gigabyte SATA to 1 terabyte PCIe NVMe storage, touch or no touch, and the option for a smart card slot. Now, all of the X40 models, no matter how expensive or how inexpensive, sport an impressive array of standard features. You get two, not one, but two USB-C ports supporting Thunderbolt 3 and eGPU, in case you want to use it for a dock. It's got a single standard USB 3.0 port on the other side, as well as full-size HDMI, a micro SD card reader, a lock port, combo audio port, and as well as trusted platform module version 2.0, Harman Kardon speakers, sealed backlit keyboard, so it's semi-spill resistant, and of course AC and AX Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0, and a 3-cell 48 watt-hour battery pack, all with a 4-year on-site service contract built into the price. That's nice for a lot of reasons. The first one has to be the USB-C ports. I'm tired of laptops only having one USB-C port, and then I have to have a chain of dongles. Giving me two and making them both capable of supporting Thunderbolt and eGPU means I've got more options. It means I don't have to carry a big bag of dongles. It means I don't have to chain my devices one to the next to the next. By the way, I'm going to do something here that pains me. As a Filipino who likes to keep the plastic on, I'm doing this for you, folks. Oh, no. This is something feels dirty about removing the plastic. I want to see how this performs before I give you any real review, any real impressions. But the initial impression centers around build quality, and that's really, really good. I love what they've done with this keyboard. It is full size, but more than that, it almost feels mechanical. I know you can't hear that, but it's kind of clicky. They made the membrane really stiff, so not only do you have a lot of throw, but you get this sort of clicky touchback feel every time you push a key. I like that. It's so much nicer than the mush that I've become accustomed to on some of the Ultrabooks. So yes, on that face, that's great. I also like the fact that they've included multiple pointing options. I've got both my trackpad and I've got my track point. They did switch the mouse buttons, although I'm kind of used to that. And you can also use this as your your mouse button if you don't want to use the dedicated. So they've built in a lot of features that I remember from the Tecra line. That actually does bode well. I would have liked to see a discrete GPU in the options list, but Dynabook is pitching this more to the business traveler, and the cooling system for a decent discrete graphics part would have increased the thickness and weight of this unit. Besides, with eGPU capabilities through Thunderbolt 3, I can still get serious graphics horsepower when I truly need it, but I don't have to take the penalty to add the cooling for the GPU onto the traveling unit. So this is going to become my daily driver. And really, I'm not just doing a long-term review of the X40, I'm doing a review to see if Dynabook has fixed some of the issues I had with the Toshiba Tecras late in their life cycle. I mean, it's light. It's really light. I love this 2.6 pounds, but does that mean it's lightweight in performance? It's elegant with the onyx blue magnesium, but does that mean it's fragile? It's supposedly expandable. I can change the memory out, I can change out the storage options, but how easy have they made it for me to swap out memory, storage, and the like? Now, these are all the questions that I'm going to be asking over the next 3 months. Now, if you like this unboxing, and if you want to see more, if you have specific questions that you want to ask me about this Dynabook, about the Tecra line, about what they've done with the X40, then please don't forget to ring the bell to subscribe. Like it, share it with your friends, and follow me on Twitter, because that's where you can communicate with me. Twitter.com/PadreSJ. I'm just starting up my content production after an extended time away, and I really need your help to rebuild my audience. Also, quick note, I'll be at CES all next week. So if you're there, find me on the show floor. I'm probably going to be hanging out near the Sands Pavilion. I love that place, the Innovation Pavilions. I'd love to meet up and ask you what kind of tech you want to see on future episodes of The Digital Jesuit, both the reviews and the unboxings. Till then, I'm Father Robert Ballecer, The Digital Jesuit, just reminding you that there's no Uber Geek without you.